Assalamualaikum and very good day to Dr. Rahman that watching this video. So today my group from group 7 in subject negotiation skills would like to presenting about our group assignment. Okay, so this is our slide. So as you can see, so I will pass to first presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm SHAMIMI with SAMSUDIN and I will present the introduction. Negotiation are a mutual communication process that can happen anytime someone wants something from you or you want something from someone. People negotiate every day in any situation outside of the workplace. The way of crisis communication are generated and shared has been transformed by social media. Crisis news nowadays can only spread among social networks such as Facebook and Twitter and can reach a large audience. KFC and McDonald are two representatives of American fast food brand operating in China. Even though KFC and McDonald are very successful and outstanding in China, there are crises happen between these two fast food restaurants. For KFC, in November 2012, a new outlet in China reported that one of KFC provider poultry, Chanzi Lehigh Group, raised chicken to maturity short than 45 days. Then, KFC reported that Chanzi Lehigh Group only contribute 1% of total poultry purchases. KFC then released a statement that there is no proof that Chanzi Lehigh Group was involved with unethical operation and state that raising chicken within 45 days was norm in the industry. This statement has received bad criticism from media outlet and public. For McDonald, China Central Television CCTV used hidden camera and exposed employee of McDonald at SYAHRUL to sell the expired food on March 15, 2012. After 30 minutes the news was released, they announced that McDonald and SYAHRUL will be suspended. McDonald released an apology statement on their microblog Weibo 90 minutes after the news was released. This apology has received many positive comments because McDonald knew how to handle the issue. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SHAZLENA binti ISMAIL. I would like to continue the presentation with the types of conflict in negotiation between KFC and McDonald. So, the first part is social media used in crisis communication. So, crisis information can travel throughout the network and reach vast audience almost rapidly. The organization should emphasize the use of social media and take to the advantage virtual communities that arise through media sessions. The new media technologies, on the other hand, have made crisis management more difficult for businesses such as KFC and also McDonald, since they are regularly and difficulty to the issue at hand. So I will give examples of cases where social media using in crisis communication between McDonald and also KFC. Because McDonald and KFC, as we know, are the world major fast food companies involved in food safety issues. McDonald was accused of unlawfully disposal of used cooking oil and also distributing a big quantity of poisonous oil to local Chinese food businesses. They claimed by the employees that the company only changed their frying oil warrants. But then they put success in handling the issues, despite the firm has dealt with the deal in a very effective way through their media social. So I go to the type of situation, which is cultural in crisis communication in China. We know individualism, which refer to the degree to which individuals are communities. This means that Chinese community style often confrontation with the outsider. Perceiving and risk-averse communication have significantly impact on how businesses respect, communicate about the KFC and McDonald has assimilated Chinese cultural characteristics such as acknowledgement, understanding, and assimilation. Uh, this can be explained by American businesses business culture as it is core and business tradition. It serves as a model for which reconstruct their corporate culture in order to improve local marketing. So,
Next slide, please. Okay. Assalamualaikum. My name is AZIATUL BINTI HASSAN, and I'll present about the problem in social media and culture crisis. So we have two problems. The first problem is a problem in communication. So the problem in communication, as we know, will affect the reputation of the organization and the social, economic, and environment situation of society at all risks, especially those that cannot be avoided. So, as a good result, the good communication can assist organization in efficiently managing a crisis. According to Cerno and Seeger, communication crisis originate in public relation and crisis management and deal with crisis in an organizational setting. So, we once said that the crucial element of crisis communication include treating the public in actual participant, pre-event planning, understanding public concern, acknowledging uncertainties, honest communication, and providing concrete action that people can take. Okay, thank you. For the second problem is problem in timing strategies. So for this, we know that organization can choose between crisis timing strategy, which is ex post crisis timing and ex ante crisis timing. So based on Claes and Carpuch, found that the latter is the self-approach known as under an organization informs its stakeholder about the crisis before any other party, such as the media and the government. The former is referred to as thunder, and it occurs when organization respond to requests from the media or other third parties. And multiple ideas support the effectiveness of anti-crisis timing strategy. According to FAHRURRAZI, the product theory is the physiological impact of sarcasticity on organizations work together. Okay, next. Last problem is problem in response strategy. Affiliate is concerned with the dissemination and collection of crisis-related information. On the other hand, former refers to training perception of a crisis of all and organization's role in it. In another, this is responsibility about managing to mean. So as a result, problem responder must contemplate how stakeholder perceive a crisis. And according to the study, public attribution harms an organizational reputation. So as a result, the level of accountability should be reflected in an organization's response strategy for restoring its reputation. This finding suggests that enables to rotate substitute to minimize the severity of the reputational. So that's all for me. I pass to the next presenter.
Thank you. I am ARISSA BALQISH binti ANUAR. I will continue the next presentation about strategy to resolve the conflict. Communication is the key to solve the conflict by sharing transparent and correct information. There are two types of crisis communication strategy. First, crisis response strategy and repair strategy. Crisis response strategy is used to resolve the conflict management in both McDonald and KFC case. Based on McDonald case, McDonald selling expired food was an intentional mistake and asked the highest response strategy. McDonald's quick apology to the Chinese consumer created a positive violation of their expectation, which helped lessen the severity of the crisis. In the KFC case, the brand did not apologize early to the public until their personal responsibility was approved after 1 month and a half, creating several negative consequences. Consumers in China perceive the KFC crisis to pose serious potential risk to their health. KFC made a mistake, but they were concerned about the practice and endorsed it. Next slide. The strategy to solve the conflict is trust repair strategy. Trust repair strategy can effectively contribute to reducing the harmful impact of the crisis on business performance. Trust repair strategies are used to rebuild the trust once broken by corporate. In the case of McDonald, the initial statement must be issued right after the concurrence of the event. In the case whereby McDonald is not showing their approval or deny to the unethical claim made to security hostage. In immediate response, the use of words like if confirmed and a statement like launch serious investigation, which is rare and alone, indicate the company doubt against the claim. McDonald smartly apologized to and took responsibility for the unexpected mess one of the store made for them. In the case of KFC, the company issued responses that supported the claim and made things worse for the brand. Next slide. KFC delayed apology and response has hindered the brand reputation, since the response time was often positively associated with reputation damage in the social media crisis. KFC's slow response met with solid criticism and could not retaliate from the crisis as quickly as McDonald. However, after a public apology statement by McD and KFC released, the massive decline in the overall sale of the restaurant had been recorded subject. It is because of damaged consumer sentiment due to such a hurtful, scandalous event. That's all for me. We move to next presenter.
Hi, my name is Muhammad AHMAD. Thank you for the last presenter. At this point, we tell about how KFC manage their crisis. First, I want to tell about their manage their crisis from A to Z. First, consumer in China believe that the KFC incident poses a major threat to their health. After that, customers are less likely to be offended if they are aware that KFC chicken contain growth hormone, but choose to eat it. Nevertheless, seeing the convenient and tasty. After that, KFC had not only committed a mistake, but they are also aware of and improve the behavior. Second, KFC used the cultural difference exist and crisis management strategies and function of apology, because an apology in individualism Western culture imply admitting of error and personal responsibility, because KFC from America. After that, apologies on the other hand are viewed by collectivities such as the Chinese and Japanese as a person acknowledge of the burden borne by a target. And lastly, it took a week from KFC to apologize to the Chinese client because they want to investigate to get right right wrong with their crisis. Okay, next slide please. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MUHAMAD FAHRURRAZI bin ABDUL WAHAB. Next slide is I would like to present about how McDonald's China manage their crisis. China Central Television or CCTV utilize hidden cameras to reveal employees at a McDonald's Sanlitun branch selling outdated food. In response to that appeal, the crisis explored here emphasizes the importance of culture as a contextual aspect in crisis communication. Despite the fact that both McDonald's and KFC adopt theoretically suitable response method in the current scenarios, the outcomes for the two MNCs were quite different. Okay, McDonald's apologized response meant, while only proportional to the company's culpability, exceed stakeholders' expectation and, as a result, increase public trust. McDonald's first apologized paired with the support of influential bloggers actually encouraged the public to attack the attacker, in this case CCTV, in an attempt to rehabilitate McDonald's image. Next, on McDonald's official microblog account, the apologetic post was forwarded 17,000 times and 13,000 comments were written, where the most of the comments which were complimentary. Next. Next slide. Okay, in this presentation, I would like to talk about the lesson learned. There are three major theoretical takeaways from the case study. Results are summarized. For the first one is because attribution and risk severity should be assessed from the perspective of stakeholders. Knowing local cultural tradition may assist firms, practically MNC, in properly assessing attribute and reaction. The second is while public apologies are legal in Western nations, they are not in China, and MNCs should be aware of this. Last but not least, despite the fact that the influence of influential social media makers has been acknowledged. In conclusion of studies, McDonald's and KFC crisis management revealed the multiplicative interaction impacts of culture, organization and social media in crisis response. In order to design successful crisis communication technique and response, researchers and practitioners should understand the geographical and cultural setting in which crises occur. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for Muhammad Razi. So in this part, I would like to conclude all for this assignment. So after all the presenters say that we know how to solve the crisis, we know what is strategy that relevant to this crisis to resolve all the problem. So in my opinion is in every organization, conflict are regular and ongoing process. It's critically to find a constructive way to deal with these criticals. Organization dispute may be both constructive and detrimental. And constructive dispute can benefit you by inspiring you to work harder. Destructive confrontation required the management attention and resolution, so they do not demoralize other and destroy to ambience of a company. So in this also from this group assignment, we know how about the negotiation in deeply lesson. So I would like to say to thank you to Dr. Rahman for watching this video until this end of this. So that's all from our group. So I hope we all hope that you are enjoying to watch this video. So thank you for me.
Thank you.